All right, welcome back to another episode of Go to Realtors and Investment Realtors podcast.
Hello, everybody.
Today we have a nice little fun first-time home buyer topic of just what we kind of went through on the weekend with our clients and what we're seeing in the market. So we'll let Lewis take it away, and
I get the honors today.
we'll chime back and forth like we usually do.
Okay, so this past weekend we did a big property tour in a smaller town just west of the GTA. Pretty much looking for a price, not an area, just a price. So we're doing town by town, looking for this price range. One of the problems was this is a first-time home buyer price range. It's on like the lower end. It's about the $600,000 range. With that, in this market, we are learning that it is not close to any other market. The first-time home buyer market is booming still.
That's crazy. It's crazy from what we've seen for sure.
The only one they liked out of the few that we showed had 11 offers on it.
11 offers.
11 offers.
To touch on what Lewis was saying on it's not really market driven, it's price driven. So they're kind of open to different areas. Unfortunately, they're not the only ones that are open to all these areas. To touch on what Lewis was saying, 600,000, it's sad that that's a low price to be buying houses. But what we've been seeing, and when we're running our stats and pulling our market numbers, we kind of took the dip in January, and now it's on the trajectory to go up. We have been seeing a lot more over askings.
Yep.
And like the suggested price, we were calling them in the heat of it. The next area we're going to look at is in Cambridge. From when we looked to now, there's already been a number of properties that have sold that fast because it's in that price range of the first-time home buyers. So it'll be interesting to see, with the lack of inventory, with the people that are in this market that are serious, with the interest rates that are paused, we are setting up for a big storm, I would say.
Well, you could even look at just the amount of business cards left at the house. So every time you do a showing, you leave a business card. I don't think a single one of those places we showed had less than like 10, 15 business cards.
Yeah.
So people are out. Buyers are out there. They're all qualified already. They probably qualified beginning of the year. Usually lasts about 3 months. So there's buyers out there. There's a lot of activity. Like you said, they're looking at a price. So it's price dependent, and there's a ton of action in that area. Anywhere 1, 2, 1, 4, unless you're getting acreage, people are just sitting on places.
Yeah.
But these smaller houses, they're going up fast. So any advice you would give? Just what to look for?
Like you were saying, the pre-approval is a big one. We always like to say the 259 number. So, if your budget is, let's say, 650, know that if you went to that 650 max and you did get it, would you have buyer's remorse, or would you still be happy with your purchase, taking in all the factors of what the market's been doing, the interest rate, and all that fun stuff? It is definitely competitive. Most of the showings that we went to, we were either right behind agents showing in front of us, or agents were coming in right after us.
Yep.
So it from the one area we've already seen, it definitely is competitive. Like you mentioned, the $1 million and the different market niches like that, a little bit of a different kind of buyer pool, because those are usually people that are already in the market that are trading up, whereas our people are first-time home buyers, and there's a lot of them, and it's definitely driving up the prices with the lack of inventory.
Yeah, for sure. Other than that, it's the type of houses you find too in that price range.
Absolutely.
It's tough for a first-time home buyer to see certain types of houses that either need a lot of work or that are on the older side, that work has been done to it, and you're not getting a newer build. You're not getting something that's just either or even has been taken care of. Really, a lot of them are houses that were tenanted, maybe rentals before, still tenanted.
Doing them, which, there's what you were saying. There's like layers of the onion where first-time home buyers is A, your risk assessment, and then B, okay, are you handy? What's the sweat equity that you want to put into it?
Yeah.
Do you know the trades? Do you have the trades to do it? And then, on top of that is just navigating, is it tenanted?
Yeah, which we had one place cancel on us because it was tenanted.
Yeah. So I mean, some tips and tricks that we like to do when we're going. We always like to check the foundations, like we mentioned in other videos, because of course we would do an offer with a condition on a home inspection. Yeah. But when you're already at the home inspection part, you're already kind of invested with, you'll get your deposit back if you don't firm up, but you've now put in a deposit. You've now paid probably $400 or $500 for a home inspector. Yeah. So you've got a lot of skin in the game at that point. So we always try and like to minimize their risk and like the, oh my God, I didn't realize that when we came, supports. Yeah. We've seen a ton of patchy. The
foundation.
Yeah, foundation, the DIYers that are just like, okay, well, if you redid this kitchen and you don't have a vent fan, for example, over the stove, well, why wouldn't you reconfigure it?
Of course.
Put in a whole new kitchen.
Well.
So, and these are things that we can see our buyers don't think of, but because we've seen so many and we've already gone through it, it's like, well, we've now added another kind of safety layer to them of like, oh, I didn't think of that. You're right. Well, what else did they botch?
It's good to, like we always do, you do a thorough first walkthrough. And if it's something that we always do, I think we mentioned on a past video, 1 to 10. If it's you can't use 7. If it's above 7, it's something to consider for an offer. If it's below 7, we just walk away. Straight to the garbage. So any place over a 7, it really helps them, us, everybody involved to do a really deep walkthrough. Yeah. We go into the crawl space, you check the foundation, you check electrical panels, floors, walls, appliances. Right, just to save, because like you said, you don't want to get to the stage where you're getting a home inspection. That means you're already putting in an offer, probably already sending your deposit. Yeah. And if it's an obvious thing like, I don't know, they sagging on the floors, any foundational stuff, anything that's just like a walk away problem, check it first, nip it in the bud, and walk away and go somewhere else.
Like our old saying with the skylights, it's not has it leaked, it's the old skylights
when it leaks.
So when did it leak?
Yeah.
And one of the properties we went to, you could see it was leaking, and what they did was they tried to kind of cover it up. And obviously we were obvious to it, but the buyers were like, oh,
buyer didn't see it,
and it made sense to them. And out of 8 properties we showed them, only 2 were above the 7 range that they were comfortable with. So that just goes to show you, like everything else, it's a numbers game. And
pictures. Be deceived by pictures. The wide fish lens, wide angle lens.
Like, well, how come it looks so much bigger? And
well, if you take a picture from the corner of the room and you do a wide angle lens, it's going to look massive.
And we've touched on that before, where we like to, when we have listings, showcase the house for what it is.
Yeah.
So we actually kind of showcase the ugly, because this is what it is in its entirety. If you're willing to come out to it, then you know already what it has. It's not that you're getting there and you're going, oh my God, wow, it looks so much better on pictures. We kind of do that.
We don't want to deceive anybody, but
this is what it is.
Yeah, while still keeping it looking good and everything. But yeah, like there's no point in being deceived by pictures.
No.
I personally never liked virtual staging. I'm not a big fan of it.
It's a little tough. I mean, it gives you an idea of what the space could be, but then you get there and the house is empty, so you're like, okay, at least you kind of have that in the back of your mind.
Well, if you remember the last one we went to go see, it had a full couch, full 3-piece couch, it had a table, it had a TV, and it had a little side table.
Yeah.
I don't know how they shrunk that couch, but no 3-piece couch or table fit in that room.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Sometimes they do a little deception with the virtual staging. Obviously, you have to disclose that it is virtually staged, which helps. So at the end of the day, it's just a visual, but I mean,
a better idea of what the place could be to you and your imagination.
That's it, really.
So really, that's our biggest kind of takeaways on what we've seen on the weekend with the first-time home buyers. Some little tips and tricks.
Yep.
As always, we're always around to answer any questions. We're trying to do a different little bit of a format, more of a Q&A, and bring some value that way. Let us know if it's working.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think, what we can improve on. We're always open.
We're open. And feel free, send in more questions. We get in a couple of emails that we have to answer. Our next video is going to be email answers.
Yeah.
So we'll go from there. And thanks for having fun. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
Like, share, subscribe, and comment.
Till the next one.
All right. See you later.